her head is tilted a little bit, and you can't see that on this one. And I said yesterday that he must have been looking from above her, but he must have been looking from below because of the position of her ear. Pardon me. But I'm noticing I need to narrow this side of her face a bit, which I think I got this area right here too wide, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but that also means I have to scoot all that over some, which I will just do. I think that little bit helped. I can't see the highlights in the black very well on my master study, or my image, because of the way the sunlight's coming through my window. Pardon me. It's too dark. Hi, Jen. How are you? I shouldn't have too much trouble finishing this up. Because like I said, I could leave it as it is right now, and I think I would be okay with it. I am doing a Monday master study tomorrow, like usual. It's already scheduled. It's not a pop-up like this is. It starts at 1 o'clock Central. And I just heard car doors. I wonder if it's the tree guy from across the street. This needs to be I'm going to be doing a lot more painting. That's one of my things for 2025. And I'm going to be recording them or doing them live. I'm hoping to set up something better at my easel. I have trouble setting it up to where, oops, that's way too, to where my head doesn't go into it, because I can't really paint at an angle like that. I don't know, maybe Maybe I just need the practice of doing it like that. Pardon me. See, this is just like little bitty things. That probably wouldn't even be noticed. If you hear Poncho barking, he's kind of nervous today. I don't know why. He's been kind of barky all day. I don't know if there's, it's nice outside here today, so I don't know if there's other people like working outside in the yards that I don't hear, or if he's just being, just being Poncho. I don't know for sure what I'm painting tomorrow. I have decided just to go through the photos, the nice reference photos that I've saved, and just use up what I have, starting from the oldest one that I saved, which was this one, for this one, for this one. I know I've looked up, there's one I really want to do. It's of Thomas Eakins. He did one of Turner, who I would swear I heard Obama had one in his Oval Office. But I couldn't find anything in when I was messing around yesterday or last night. But his middle name is Osawa, which is, and this is Turner, this is not Manet, which was because of Osawatomie, Kansas. In the information that I pulled up, they called it, they pronounced it totally different. It kind of threw me off. But around here, we pronounce it Osawatomie. But anyway, his middle name is after Osawatomie, Kansas, because the battle at Osawatomie that involved John Brown, I believe, the abolitionist. I'm painting that out because I want to place it better, since I've scooted stuff over. Pardon me. Which I thought was interesting. But I'd really love to do Eakins of him. But there are so many. I could do nothing but master studies and not get any other artwork done, which I don't know if that's a good thing. because I need to be doing my own thing. I believe Jen has writing sprints today, which are done with the Pomodoro method. I think she uses the Pomodoro method. Don't quote me. A lot of us do when we do those. I'm in a group called Heart Breathings, which is primarily for writers, but I do my admin work when I run the sprints, because it helps me focus. I can't do artwork during them because I can't get in the flow. And also watch a timer. Oop, there goes this. I don't know if you can hear it. There's a saw going. Chainsaw. It's across the road. Probably can't hear it because I know people have said they can't hear the heater when it comes on very well. Pardon me. Oops. I really need to clean off my palette. This is what it looks like. Ooh. That was... I don't know why I got these so big. I did that on the other one too. I stuck my head out and took a picture of them cutting down the tree, and I'm really hoping they don't think I'm that neighbor. Oh, excuse me, drinking coffee. But I did it just to send a photo to my husband. Pardon me. So he could see what what tree they were cutting down. Because if I sent him a text and it said they're cutting down a tree across the road, he'd be saying, okay, what one? And then, yeah, you understand. I know I need to do some work on the face. And I'm going to, excuse me. I really am hoping that my cough is not my asthma, and it's the oils that are doing it. That would not be a good thing. I guess if it is, I could start wearing a mask, but then I wouldn't be able to talk. There is a person on YouTube, excuse me, I've mentioned this before, that does painting streams, and he'll be painting 5-6 hours at a time of a stream, and he doesn't talk while he's painting at all. He has some soft music playing. I've thought about trying that, but he talks in chat. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk on the screen. Or on the, the audio. Excuse me. I'm betting you can hear the chainsaw, but I'm not too worried about it because, one, there's nothing I can do about it, and two, I can't really, it shows you this is real life. It is about 1:40 p.m. here in Kansas. And well, see, now that I moved that in, I'm wondering about this up here too. Sorry, it's about 1:40 here in the afternoon, and the sun is shining. It looks beautiful outside. haven't looked to see what the temperature is, but it's got to be unseasonably warm, because I noticed the gentleman that was doing the tree across the way, they weren't wearing jackets. They were just wearing t-shirts. Not that I was checking them out. I just noticed it. I haven't been outside today. It's really bad. I've gotten really bad about not leaving the house. Just like the delivery, the grocery delivery. Excuse me. Poncho's not a walking dog. He doesn't like to go for walks. So, let me just black that out. If he was, I probably would go out more, because I live in a wonderful community. I really do. I got lucky. Or blessed, however, whatever you want to label it. But it's just a very good community. I think I need to make this on my right hand side of the face. Make the light areas darker. Excuse me. I had to blow my nose. Again, allergies or something. I had a hard time finding these values because, as I kept saying yesterday, they're very subtle. And I don't know if I can get back. Get that value back exactly. See, that's still, I'm still on the too light side. Come on, I'm trying to get some brownish in there so it'll darken it up just a smidge. Yeah, see, that's just not doing it. Maybe? Excuse me. I realized I got a lot of these values too contrasty. Also makes her look older than she does in the original. So I'm going to try and remedy that by smoothing some of these, excuse me, smoothing some of these out a little so it doesn't look like she has lines on her face. Again, if you're just arriving, the sound in the background is a saw, a chainsaw from across the street, across the road. It'll come in and out. They're cutting down a tree over there. Excuse me. Just noticed she has kind of a gray here, and then it comes up on her chin. Again, everything is so subtle on this. My paint yesterday has dried to the touch for the most part, so I'm not painting this wet and wet any longer like I was yesterday. That's much too light right there. Excuse me. This watching me do these little bitty things is I don't know. For me, it's not as exciting as the first part where you like lay it all down. As a viewer, you know what? I actually forgot what paint I pulled up. I know, shocking. Excuse me. That was a loud clank. I'm looking. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. So I can monetize. When I first started this channel, I had high numbers in my watch time, and then this year I really slacked off on doing videos. The first part of the year, in particular. So next year I really want to get I think part of it was I was on camera. You could see my face, and that just breathes social anxiety in me, which I think you can imagine. Excuse me. So doing videos like this is much easier for me mentally, even though I'm painting on camera. So it'll be more of these. What channels do you all watch? Art related or not? I watch Brandon Ferris. He brings out the 12-year-old boy humor in me. In that his humor may not be for everybody, but he makes me laugh. Of course, Elise Myers. I love watching her. She's amazing. Not art related, either one of them. But Elise is just, she's one of those content creators that you just can't get enough of. She's relatable. She's funny. She's creative. I could say a lot about her. If you haven't checked her out, I strongly suggest it. She's just she's highly entertaining in a good way. And I think she's on the Clock app. She doesn't, I don't want to, it's her story to tell, but she hasn't been posting as much to the Clock app as she used to. But there is a backlog of videos that, yeah, if you haven't checked her out. Who else do I watch? I watch Sandy Hester, who is an art channel. Her style is more primitive, I guess you could say. But again, she is one of those she's very positive. And I watch her videos and I immediately want to go paint. She only comes out with them anymore once every 2 weeks. I know you didn't ask, but she just she's a good one to watch. She has a lot of good book recommendations over the course of excuse me, over the course of her channel. And her hauls, quote unquote, are materials that she uses. It's not stuff that it's not just stuff. You know what I mean? Which I'm trying to use up what I have and only purchase items that are replacement at this point, or like part of my Christmas was some oil paints to stock up. I don't know anymore. I really don't enjoy watching hauls of materials because it just seems like everybody already has so much stuff. You know, is the haul things that you're going to actually use, or are you buying things just to make a video? Now I know, like the Frugal Crafter, she's one I watch, and she does buy things just to make videos, but she gives reviews on items that are very thorough. Yeah, she's another one I watch. Excuse me. She does a Saturday chat that's usually very entertaining. It's kind of a vlog style. Let's see, who else do I watch? Christine Snaps. I watch everything she does. She again is one of those very positive ones, and she makes fun of herself in a not in a derogatory way. She's just very funny. She's very comfortable with herself and makes really great videos, I think. I don't really know how much more I could do on this. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock. My time. I'm sure I could very easily go until for another hour. I don't know if you hear that clock ticking too. Oops. I hope everybody had good holidays. I hope everybody's safe. And excuse me. Sounds like the chainsaw guy is leaving. I can hear. Man, I'm going to have to do that again. This is too low. It should be up more up here. Whoops. And I say he's leaving because I hear a lot of banging, like he's putting these things in the truck. But that could be the wood for all I know from the tree, so who knows? Now, see, I got this too wide. I'm putting it right back where I had it. That helped a lot. And if you're looking at my brush, your eyes are not deceiving you. It's crooked. The barrel was put on crooked. It's just a cheap Royal and Lang nickel. And yeah, it's not loose or anything. It's just it was put on wonky. But it's doing the job. to bring this over. This is more like right here. And it I need to thin that a little more. That black loop. Just trying to think of what I have on my images for master studies. Like I said, I know there's some Turner in there. And there's some Thomas Eakins. Eakins might be a really good one for me to do right now because I'm getting into these like little detail, like, and see, this is when why I don't put black down too soon, because it's really difficult for me to cover up, even with a fatter paint. It just does not cover up very easily. Whereas if I still had that burnt umber there, it would do the job. Yeah. I know that's very little of a change probably to your eyes. Excuse me. Particularly if you're not a painter. This has, and there's no way he was painting this slow. He used very expressive brush strokes in here, and I just realized I didn't put on both my gloves. There you go. I gave the puppet pretzel. just 'cause. And I've moved past having very expressive areas, which is one reason I won't be working on this past today, because if I keep picking at it, I'm gonna lose some of that look, and we don't want to do that. If you hear crunching, it's Poncho and use pretzel. I think this makes it look like her face is sagging, sort of. So I need to try and match that and get those two values in there. Matched. I'm not so much worried about getting the exact color at this point, because I think I've already done that. If I can get the if I can adjust the colors just a little bit, pardon me, in value. It will do what I need. See, like that right there, I think is. This right here reads as like a laugh line, and it was just where the paint the brush stroke went. There we go. This should not be so white. It's too white. Because it's in shadow. I think it's still too light. Just a smidge. Nothing too drastic. Is that still wet? No. Oh, hear my stomach growl. get up and stretch. I had a terrible time with my shoulders last night. When I went to bed. Because I tend to slouch when I'm doing this. That's better than that part. This is actually some black showing through here. It's not. I need some white. At this point, I'm trying to make some markings that are similar to his, which is tricky. Which is not so much painting exactly like him. If I were doing a true master study, I would have painted this the same size, used the same materials, built up the painting the same way he does, or did. And see, I think that's what's doing it. That right there, underneath her eye. But I am trying to just give myself time to think about how he did things, what was his process. Make sure I understand his style. What his basic, not entire, place in art history was. Is this something that I want to include in my own art? Or Is it nice to look at, but I don't need to know much more than that. So I need to decide that for myself on each one that I'm doing of these. Because it could be so easy to do these and then just put them to the side and, end of story. Help it or hurt it? Oops. See, he's got very lively brush strokes in here, and it's too late in the process for me to emulate that very much, because the gist of things has already been laid down. How's it? It's 2:30-ish here. Just trying to, that eyebrow is very, very dark. It's black, but the value next to it is just a shade lighter. It's not as contrasty as what I have. I mentioned this yesterday, but if you go to the Manet website and you pull up art, you can find images of very high resolution of images. I don't know why I put those lines there. It just doesn't. Of work that you can use for reference that are wonderful. They are high resolution. You can download things. How many times can I redo that part? Are we taking bets? Excuse me. Because this is supposed to be right by her cheek. And it's a circle. It's a dab. A little dab will do it. Like this area was painted wet. You can tell by the brush strokes. And at this point, for myself, unless I started painting over the whole thing, and see, this area needs thin, but I don't know if I can cover up that with an off-white. Let's see if we can. And I'm just thinking aloud as I do this. At this point, I am just painting to look like his brush strokes, which is not the same as a master study. So that's why I'm going to limit it to another half hour. Because I might kill some of the looseness that I did get in there, and we don't want that. Doing master studies is a great way to get to know your supplies, get to know a little art history. it's in my mind, it's a great practice to do. And always give the original artist credit. Like I'll pull this tape off here and I'll write down here who it was. What I'm doing is I blew up the image on my iPad. So I can see the details. And because this image is such high resolution and awesome, I can see the actual brush strokes and things that he did and see where I am on things. In comparison. Something like this is just really fun for me to do. The overall project. Just sitting here looking at master brush strokes, seeing it with my own eyes is amazing. Getting all up close and personal. And last night, just before I quit, I tried to get some of this background similar to the background on the original. And I had to do several coats of things of the white to get a nice thick heavy, and it has since dried to the touch, so I could paint right over it. I don't think he spent that much time on the background of this. It has wonderful loose strokes on it. And I'd have to pull up the full original, because this is a detail. This is not the full image. In order for me to do the full image of this painting, I would have to make the face about 1/3 of the size. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk away for just a little bit and just stretch. And hopefully come back with fresh eyes for that last little bit. Let's see if there's anything I need to change. So I will be right back. I shouldn't be gone more than just a few minutes. It helps me to stand up and walk away, step back from it also. That's my stomach growling. This over here, I think I got it down pat. There's a shadow in here I need to get, which shouldn't be too difficult. But anyway, I'm looking at it. I'll be right back. I'm back. This is going to be the final run over it. I can see one thing right off the bat, thanks to fresh eyes. Probably put my gloves back on. The glove. I got a big bruise on my wrist there. I'm not sure where it came from. Yesterday I thought it was paint. Because I had paint all up and down my forearm. I'm leaning on the desk. This needs to come down. Maybe a little too dark. Oh, shoot. Once I get a value, I'm having a hard time getting it back. When you first look at this painting, it looks very like this is all one color and this is all one color, and it's not. It's there's very subtle. There's that word again, subtle. Very subtle shifts. I think I need a little dab of white on that one part. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate you considering that. I know a lot of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. When I look at the analytics, it was a very high number the last time I looked, like 75–80%, which I was very surprised by. Excuse me. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. It tells YouTube that you want to see more of this. It helps my number of people that it goes out to. I gave Pancho a treat, so he's all excited back there. He eats those dentist sticks and just loves them. He likes a lot of things, though. For treats. He's not in here right now, so I can say the word. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this off because it's getting close to 3, and it looks different to me. I'll take this glove back off. It looks different to me once I take the. I just saw something. This down here is a little blue. It's not. It's not the gray I thought it was. Oh, that's not even in the frame. That would be down here. But I do see where there would be a little something right there. I have a granddaughter trying to call me right now, unfortunately. I'll have to call her back. Okay, I said I was going to take the tape off. Forget what was first, what was last. I'm hoping the paint did not go under too much. Under the tape, that is. You can see a little roughness there, but nothing too terrible. Look at that wonderful clean edge. Two rows on this one because that side, see, I don't know if you can tell, but it like bows up because I put gesso on all these pages in the book. Oops, it's got a little bit of paper. Oh well. Yeah, it's about 5 till. Gonna make that smaller. So I think that's where I'm gonna call it. How long have I been filming? Hour and 45 minutes. 43. So let's see. Let's hope my pencil doesn't give me attitude. Manet, detail, oil, 12, 28 to 29, and 24. Live demo. Again, I don't know for sure what I am going to be painting tomorrow. I am leaning toward Eakins, and we will start out from the very beginning. And it will be live at 1 o'clock Central. That one eye here. I got a little bit too much off this eye. Whoops. Dang nabbit. Again, I could keep picking at this. For a long while. Just because, if nothing else, it's just enjoyable to sit here and do this. Where else was it? I said that okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I really am this time. It's famous last words for me. I didn't even use this one once today. Usually I use it. All I used today were these two smaller ones. Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up and let you all go. I hope I see you tomorrow. I will look at things this evening, and if I figure out what I am doing tonight, whoops, I will put it on the stream that's already scheduled for tomorrow. If I don't get it done tomorrow, I may go live on Tuesday, because normally I do something else on Tuesday afternoons, but I took this week off. So I know. I'm still picking at it. Leave it alone. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than I can say. Again, if you have not already, I would appreciate a like and subscribe, or share this with somebody that you think might be interested. But I will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. And stay safe.